Alright, hello everybody, it is I, Granorite, and here we are with the surprise first episode of this grass playthrough, our second grass playthrough on our Pokemon Gen 3 monotype playthroughs. Our team's going to be Jumpluff, Breloom, Parasect, Cacturn, and Celebi. And so, as we do in this first episode, we're going to read up some Pokemon biologies, get them up to level 7 to start things off, and then we're going to make our way to Rustboro. Let's take a look at the wonderful Hoppip, who has Chlorophyll for its ability. Currently has no damaging attacks. Does not get one until level 10. So we're going to be swapping it in and out. What do we know about Hoppip? It is a medium slow leveling rate Pokemon. Will evolve at level 18 in the Skiploom. Hoppip is a round pink plant Pokemon with long green leaves growing on top of its head. The leaves on its head have ragged edges similar to a dandelion. It has big triangular ears with dark insides and beady yellow eyes that lack pupils. Its arms and legs are stubby, and it has a short tail with a rounded tip. There is a circular yellow pad on the underside of each foot. Hoppip's body is very light and is easily lifted off the ground by winds and will drift in the air. Hoppip can sense approaching strong winds. In order to avoid being blown away, it clusters and links leaves with other Hoppip or grips the ground firmly with its feet. However, it enjoys gentle breezes. Hoppip tends to be carried by the winds across vast distances and thus can be found all over the world except in cold regions. It lives in temperate grasslands, fields, mountains, and even urban environments. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Hoppip, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say this Pokemon drifts and floats with the wind. If it senses the approach of strong winds, Hoppip links its leaves with other Hoppip to prepare against being blown away. Fire Red says its body is so light it must grip the ground firmly with its feet to keep from being blown away. And Leaf Green says to keep from being blown away by the wind, they gather in clusters. They do enjoy gentle breezes, though. Next, we have Shroomish that has Effect Spore. Currently knows Absorb and Tackle at level 1. Oops. So let's just swap the order of those. What do we know about Shroomish? Fluctuating leveling rate. That means I believe it's slow at first and then... Or no, it's fast at first and then slow later. Something like that. I think it's Eccentric is the other one, but I think Eccentric is the opposite. Shroomish is a small fungus Pokemon similar to a mushroom. It has beady black eyes and a half triangular shaped mouth. Its upper body is beige and filled with segments along the bottom and a small opening at the top. There are green spots marking its upper body while its lower body is completely green. It has small round feet with no visible arms or hands. When it senses danger, it shakes its body and scatters toxic spores from the top of its head. These spores can make trees and weeds wilt and cause whole body pain if inhaled. Shroomish lives in tropical forests. During the day, it hides under fallen leaves in the shade. It eats composted soil and forest, which is made up of fallen rotten leaves. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Shroomish. Ruby says Shroomish live in damp soil and in the dark depths of the forest. They are often found keeping still under fallen leaves. This Pokemon feeds on compost that is made up of fallen rotted leaves. Sapphire says if Shroomish senses danger, it shakes its body and scatters spores from the top of its head. This Pokemon's spores are so toxic they make trees and weeds wilt. Emerald says it loves to eat composted soil and forest. If you enter a forest after a long raid, you can see many Shroomish feasting on composted soil. And Fire Red and Leaf Green say it prefers damp places. By day, it remains still in the forest shade. It releases toxic powder from its head. Next, we have Paris, who also has Effect Spore for its ability. Currently no Scratch. Woohoo! Paris is a medium fast leveling rate Pokemon. Paris is an orange insectoid Pokemon that resembles the nymph stage of a cicada. Its ovid body is segmented and it has 3 pairs of legs. The foremost pair of legs is the largest and has sharp claws at the tips. There are 5 specks on its forehead and 3 teeth on either side of its mouth. It has circular eyes with large pseudopupils. Red and yellow mushrooms known as Tochukaso grow on this Pokemon's back. The mushrooms can be removed at any time and grow from spores that are doused on this Pokemon's back at birth by the mushroom on its mother's back. Tochukatsu are parasitic in nature, drawing their nutrients from the host Paris' body in order to grow and exerting some command over the Pokemon's actions. For example, Paris drains nutrients from tree roots due to commands from the mushrooms. The mushrooms are also popular among collectors and have medicinal uses, usually involving extended life. Prior to Generation 3, Spore was its signature move. Paris can often be found in caves, however it can also thrive in damp forests. In the Alola region, the mushrooms on its back do not grow well. It is thought to be from a lack of moisture or nutrients. Our Gen 3 information on Paris, Ruby and Sapphire would say... oh, this is odd. Paris has parasitic mushrooms growing on its back called Tochukatsu. They grow large by drawing nutrients from this bug Pokemon host. They are highly valued as medicine for extended life. Okay, that's what they both say. That's actually what Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say. There's a small bug on Bulbapedia and how it splits, and it just looked weird. Fire Red says, growing out of this Pokemon's back are mushrooms called Tochukatsu. The mushrooms grow with this bug host. And Leaf Green says, burrows to suck tree roots. The mushrooms on its back grow by drawing nutrients from the bug host. Next, we have Cacnea, which has Sand Veil for its ability, and it currently knows Poison, Sting, Leer, and Absorb. And I'm going to, go ahead and swap the order of these. And so, Cacnea is a medium slow leveling rate Pokemon. Cacnea is a green bipedal Pokemon with a round body and cactus-like striations. It has a dark green rhombus shape above its face and 6 dark green rhombus shapes that ring around its waist. It has dark circles around its eyes, and its mouth is composed of several similar circles. It has 2 dark green spikes on either side of its head, along with a yellow flower bud on top of its head. It has 2 club-like arms that are ringed with dark green spikes, and it has 2 stubby legs that are dark green and conical. Cacnea uses its thorny arms like hammers to attack its opponents. Prior to Generation 5, Needle Arm was its signature move. It is able to live in deserts for 30 days without any water due to its body being able to store moisture. The beauty and fragrance of its yellow flower depends on the harshness of its environment. The flower releases a strong aroma to attract prey. When prey approaches, Cacnea shoots sharp thorns to bring it down. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information for Cacnea. Ruby says Cacnea lives in arid locations such as deserts. It releases a strong aroma from its flower to attract prey. When prey comes near, this Pokemon shoots sharp thorns from its body to bring the victim down. Sapphire says the more arid and harsh the environments, the more pretty and fragrant a flower Cacnea grows. This Pokemon battles by wildly swinging its thorny arms. Emerald says Cacnea lives in deserts with virtually no rainfall. It battles by swinging its thick spiked arms. Once a year, a yellow flower blooms. And Fire Red and Leaf Green says it prefers harsh environments such as deserts. It can survive for 30 days on the water stored in its body. And that leaves us with Celebi for our final Pokemon. Has Natural Cure for its ability. And it starts with a full moveset. Confusion, Leech Seed, Recover, Heal, Bell. It is a medium slow leveling rate Pokemon. Celebi is a green fairy-like Pokemon that has round toeless feet, 3-fingered hands, and clear wings on its back. It has a round head that comes to a curved point. It has large baby blue eyes with thick black rings around them, and a pair of green antennae with blue tips. Often found in forests, Celebi is a mythical Pokemon, known in legend as the voice of the forest. It is able to travel through time and exists simultaneously throughout time, and plant life flourishes wherever it has been. As seen in Celebi, the voice of the forest, it is able to heal Celebi when it is dying and restore plants to perfect health. Celebi also has the ability to heal wounds and can release a telekinetic energy wave to defend itself. As shown in Pokemon Colosseum, Celebi has the power to instantly cause the purification of any shadow Pokemon and can be summoned at Relic Forest with the melody of the Time Flute. Despite living in forests as its guardian, Celebi only shows itself in areas and times of peace. It has been regarded that as long as Celebi is seen throughout the world, a prosperous and bright future is still in store for the Pokemon world. As depicted in a timeless encounter, Celebi can sense if something is a temporal anomaly in the current timeline and will bring them back to their original timeline. Celebi has been referred to as a forest deity. And our Gen 3 Pokedex information, Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald all say, this Pokemon came from the future by crossing over time. It is thought that as long as Celebi appears, a bright and shiny future awaits us. Fire Red says, when Celebi disappears deep in a forest, it is said to leave behind an egg it brought from the future. And Leaf Green says this Pokemon wanders across time. Grass and trees flourish in forests where it has appeared. Whoa. Alright, leveling up time. And our favorite type of leveling up, swapping in and out leveling up time. Oh, hey, Krishinabon, that was a nice story time. I'm glad you enjoyed. We're going to swap in and out Hoppip until it gets to level 10. It wants HP and special defense. Oh, I should have put in Cacnea here. Whoops. Yeah, we'll just get a little bit on Celebi here. That is also not what I wanted. What am I doing today? Yay for swapping training. Yeah, yay! Well, I guess we're going to get a little special defense on Cacnea. This is what I wanted for Cacnea. It's a little ridiculous that we have to get to level 10. Of course, there are other Pokemon that are worse. For example, like getting Abra to level 16 before it can do anything. Granorite today loading. Yeah, that seems about right. We need to swap. Not ideal, but it is what it is. My brain is just not all fired up right now for some reason. Alright, we're going to let Cacnea even out its special defense here, as we continue to get Hoppip up. This one we for sure want for Celebi. Brain not braining today. Pretty accurate. I need a little bit more HP on Celebi too, to even it out. This team is going to be leaving a lot of status effects, though, with 2 effect Spore Pokemon on the team. And that's pretty nice. What does Effect Spore do? Whenever a Pokemon hits us with a physical attack, we have a 30% chance, 1 in 3 chance, 30% chance to inflict sleep, paralysis, or poison on it. So it's like static, but with powder moves that grass Pokemon have. Yeah, that's pretty good. I really don't want more Lotads. I want another Wurmple. Ralts is good too, though, and I'm not going to complain about that. So yeah, so think of, like, you know, static only does paralysis. Parasect have a good time against the fire flying gyms. Yeah, you know it. Alright. This is what I was waiting for Cacnea. We have our entire team is double typed. And I think almost all of them have a ×4 weakness. Cacnea does not. No, Cacnea does. 3 types that were ×4 effective against it. Oh, because poison? Yeah, because poison was retroed in the later ones. But Shroomish, so Breloom. Breloom's going to be ×4 weak to flying. Paris is ×4 weak to fire and flying. Celebi is ×4 weak to bug. This is not what I wanted for Paris. And Cacnea is ×4 weak to bug. Good thing there's not a lot of good bug moves. The only one that won't have a ×4 weakness... No, and Hoppip's ×4 weak to ice. ×4 weaknesses! Yay! That just means we gotta be picky-choosy about who fights what when it comes to the late game. More Poochyienas. And a Seedot if we can run against one. So yeah, no Paris, no Breloom against Winona. No Parasect against Flannery. Why do I keep scratching Wurmples? Zigzag. I want Poochyenas and Seedots. Poochyenas and Seedots. Wow, we actually got a Seedot. Hooray, Stun Spore! And then Shroomish once, Poochyenas, and Zigzagoons. I think this is what they were thinking when doing Jump Love's Fats. It's fast! What else could it do? It's just so fast it'll go first. Like, can it do lots of damage? It's just fast. Yeah. Jump Love has got the speed and does not have the physical stats to back it up. Well, hey, have fun at your work meeting while I stream Pokemon. Gonna growl me, we'll just absorb. And there's Stun Spore for Shroomish. Excellent. Alright, we're gonna start out with Paris against this Poochyena. Well, I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Granorite's brain, no brain today. I'm going to bank on the effect spore. Do an effect rather than us doing stun spore, actually. Ah, it didn't do anything. Oh well, it's fine. Alright, let's swap Hoppip in and out again. Hooray! Hoppip swapping in and out. Swapping. We did it, everybody. They said we couldn't, but we did. Good deal. Swap back to the hop. Swap to hop. Gotta get that level 10 tackle. Slowly gaining health back. Alright, we're gonna put Shroomish up first for this next fight. And this is against the Zigzagoon. Now there's a Tailo that follows up, and we are gonna let Celebi destroy that thing. That's the plan, at least. Alright, well, we swapped to Absorbs now that it's growled us. Good deal. Alright, Tailo comes out here. Probably the most dangerous thing we're going to face all episode. This one level 3 Tailo. And it goes down to a single confusion. Excellent. Grab some berries. We'll let Shroomish take on this Zigzagoon. That's fine. Good level up. Swap the Hoppip for the Shroomish, and then we'll send out Cacnea and Poison Sting. Good poison. Oh, that Absorb might save it from going down to the poison. That 1 HP. Yep. Let's grab this potion. Heal up here. And then we go talk to our dad and let Wally catch his Pokemon. We needed a good plant name for a boy, so we are Basil, like the herb. Alright. Wow. Gaggle. We have yet to get one effect spore in a trainer fight. We got a poison from a poison sting. As for evolutions, what? We get Hoppip into Skiploom at 18, and then Skiploom into Jumpluff at 27. Shroomish evolves at level 23 into Breloom, and Paris evolves into Parasect at level 24. And then Cacnea evolves into Cacturn at, like, some high level. I want to say it's in the low 30s, like 34? Which means that we're going to have most of our evolutions by the time we fight Watson, and we won't get our last one until before Winona. That's fine. There's a Bide. For some reason, my tracker is not tracking the experience on Shroomish accurately, but I guess that's okay. We've had that happen before. Alright, just in case on this one. Because these zigzag dunes can be a real pain sometimes, we're going to give an Oran Berry to Shroomish. So she'll heal it here. And we missed the stun spore. There, we got it. It was just more important that we waited for her to heal with the full restore before we stun spored it. Alright. Let's swap Hoppip up. Well, there, got it correct for Shroomish's experience. These Whirlpool fights are just boring to me. Very boring. That's another Whirlpool down. Back to Hoppip. Back to Cacnea. We're inching steadily closer. With Hoppip. Swap Paris up for this Poochyena. Do you have a Shroomish? I do have a Shroomish. Want to see my Shroomish? Sounds like a euphemism. Don't sand attack me. Alright. We're gonna get Hoppip in on one of these Ninkadas. That hurt. Probably need to heal. Leech Life does a pretty good amount of damage to Paris. Stop that. Stop picking the correct attack. That's a problem. Who do I want defense on then? Shroomish do it? Hooray! Tackle on Hoppip! Alright, we need to go heal. I'm honestly not surprised that Paris went down. Would have been nice if it didn't. Alright, let's get up here. We get Bullet Seed. A couple more berries. Now we can teach Bullet Seed to a lot of people on this team, yes. We went out on Paris. Because Paris is not going to learn a damaging grass attack for a while. And we actually won it for the upcoming gym. This is the next fight that I can never remember what comes up first. Starts with a low tap. Poison's pretty nice. Now we'll go to Cacnea for the Shroomish. I think we're gonna have everybody at level 9 or above by the time we get to Rustboro, which is pretty nice. Good deal. Alright, let's swap up Hoppip with Paris. Let's take out the Lotad first. Hooray, Hoppip can tackle! Look at it go. It unleashed the energy, but it failed. We got it now, though. Even with Hoppip missing, Paris will finish it off. Alright, and we're just going to Confusion through these Magikarps. Sorry, there was a bot in chat. Alright, we're gonna get cut. Let's hop into the mart here. We have a few things to sell. This is the tiny mushroom that was on top of Paris. Alright, then we're going to heal up and finish up this episode. So we do hope you all enjoyed the episode, and we will be back tomorrow with more Pokemon. Until then, we will see you all next time. Take care, everybody.